These days, I feel like so many of us wake up and immediately reach for our phones. We scroll while drinking coffee, while laying in bed, and sometimes even before we have properly opened our eyes. And then the day starts. Getting ready, work, to-do list, everything else. But somehow, every little break also turns into more scrolling. And I realized I didn't want to start my mornings like that anymore. So I decided to change that for myself, at least for the first hour of the morning. I try not to touch my phone. I will turn on the Wi-Fi, check quickly if there is a message from my mom or something important, but that's it. I really try not to get lost in that online world first thing in the morning.
I love when my day starts with some sun on the balcony.
Since I'm not also a morning person, I really want my day to start a little better, a little slower, but still in a good and productive way. Especially now, because I already spend so much time in front of the computer while editing, I try even more to avoid being on my phone for no reason. So instead, I start with music. I spend 5 times on the balcony just soaking up a little bit of the sun. Then breakfast, coffee, sometimes I read a book, and sometimes I just immediately start with working. But I also think it's a little more complicated when you live abroad. Because for me, being on my phone is not just mindless scrolling all the time. A lot of it's also communication. It's how I stay present in the lives of my family and friends, and how I keep up with what's happening back home. And honestly, I had a lot of excuses for scrolling when I started this whole journey with content creation. You tell yourself it's part of the job, that you need to check the things, get inspiration, keep up with social media, with ideas, with trends. And I don't even think social media is a bad itself. I actually think it can be fun, inspiring, and useful when you use it in a healthy way. And this is the same opinion about the YouTube. I generally love YouTube and I watch it a lot because you can find so much stuff there. Sometimes it even feels like a little series you enjoy following. So for me, this is not about saying that everything online is bad. It's more about being honest with myself about how much is too much and when it stops feeling helpful and starts feeling draining. Because after a while, I could really feel how much it was affecting me. My brain felt full all the time. I got so used to watching what everyone else was creating that I slowly stopped hearing my own ideas. I was comparing their content, my content, their style, my style. And it got to the point where I needed to sit down and really ask myself what kind of content I actually want to create and what kind of life I actually want to live, show and build for myself. Because it's honestly so easy to get lost in all of that. And it's even easier to make excuses for it while you're actually just making things worse for yourself. I still want to enjoy content, create content, and be inspired by other people. I just want to do that in a way that still leaves room for my own thoughts too. So this is me trying to take a small part of that back, starting with my mornings.
So beautiful. It's so nice to be outside, honestly. And I'm so glad that this year, also in the end of the last year, we decided to spend more days outside. So honestly, every day some walk or something, or in the mornings especially, it helps me to start better day. I'm doing walks, I'm doing without headphones. It's really just me, my thoughts, my brain. It's actually much nicer. I started to spend more time like here outside and making my own brain to figure it out what I want to film and what it will be nice, what will be matching to my profile and what I want to be. Of course, I'm watching a lot of YouTube and vlogs and everything, and I'm getting a little inspiration how I can film my vlogs, and because I'm pretty new to all of this. This place is pretty amazing, and this is little like routine that it's up and down. It depends, of course, on the day. It's not always the same, not every day is the same. I'm not every day in the same mood, but this is really what I'm trying to do in my mornings to be more productive, since I'm not a morning person again. To be more productive, to not watch at my phone immediately in the morning, especially not scrolling, to start my day with good music. I always start my day with the music. That gives me so much energy. So starting with the music, starting with a meal, not a coffee, and then be productive, working a little, have a walks, go to the training, and so on and so on. But thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.